Okay, I want to welcome everybody. Unconventional Wisdom, the CSE Investment / podcast show. And we're here Thursday, 10 o'clock Central. And we don't have a couple people with us today. Keith's sort of on vacation. And Cezanne had to leave for something that came up real quick. We have Randy, and we have Joni, and Dirk, and of course Marcus, our engineer, who's been with us a long time and is one why all this stuff works. And of course myself. We don't have a guest today, so if you want to call in, we're open for phone calls. The phone number is area code 214-377-1108. 214-377-1108. And you can also send us a podcast during the show here, and we'll be glad to address it on the show and send it to the proper person to reply. And if you want to send it and we get it after the podcast, then we will address it anyhow. Again, our phone number is 214-377-1108. Interesting, a lot of stuff going on this week, particularly July the 4th. So everybody, a belated happy July the 4th. I said a little Friday in the Sky Report, but if you didn't get it, then happy belated July the 4th. There was an article, and this is really a simpleton deal, but it says only have 1,000, 10 ways to double your money fast. And I love the 10 ways that they have here. Let me read them. Share your knowledge. In other words, teach some kind of course, I suppose. Find lost money. They're speaking about, a lot of times you'll get a notice from this, usually a state or a city where you're owed a deposit and it's been there for years. Rent your stuff. Get a side gig, whatever that is. Slash extras. In other words, coffees and going out to dinner, stuff like that. Have a garage sale. Become a guinea pig. I thought that one was really interesting. Put yourself up for medical tests and experimental stuff like that. And work overtime, get a part-time job, and return stuff you don't need. Now, I'm not sure exactly how that works, but I had a better idea. I'm thinking about using that $1,000. If you invest it in Randy's and Cezanne and Joni's TTMs and momentum trades, or even actually just recovered calls, you can take that $1,000 at 5% a week, which is easily, Cezanne and Joni both got more than that, and Randy does that much more than that on a weekly basis. But that $1,000 would double in 3.5 months. Now, here's what's interesting. Take that same $1,000 and at 3% weekly, in other words, you can do those TTMs, momentum trades, conventional covered calls that you can do those weekly now. In 5 years, you'll have $2,176,079.87. That's from that 1,000, just doing 3% trade a week. Okay, just power of compounding, just powerful stuff. If you take the 1,000 and you get 6% for 40 years, you got to save $1,200 a month for 40 years, not miss a payment, and you're only going to have the same equivalent, $2,299,511. So it's almost the same. You get it in 5 years if you just do 3% trade a week. And obviously, all our people do that. It's just insane. And then that compounding kicks in. So we'll kind of discuss that today and see what Joni and Cezanne did this week, and Randy and well, Keith's not here. And also, I've got a new little section here. I'm going to CSE factoids and interesting little things. In Japan, all this relates to retirement and why you should have been using the CSE techniques, but you didn't. In Japan, the crime rate amongst people 65 and older has gone up 35% in the last year, primarily due to the fact that they all of a sudden don't have money to live on. Pickpockets average an age of 65 in Tokyo. Illinois has $250 billion owed to retirees that it can't fund. It can't even pay its bills. They had to even not pay. They've been giving the people that win the lottery up there IOUs. And then my favorite state, California, is $242 billion owed to retirees, and I figured that that's mostly due to the crummy job that CalPERS does and the complete morons that they have doing investment at CalPERS. It's obviously they don't get those people from Caltech. That's a joke. You know, there's a school out there called Caltech, but there's Caltech, COWTECH. Randy was the only one that appreciated that joke. Yeah. So, okay, that's the factoid for the day. Let's talk to Joni, because I was listening to their seminar today, and they both made trades. I didn't get on there early enough to hear Joni's. So Joni, how did y'all do? Did y'all make that 3% where you could make take $1,000 and in 5 years make it 2,176,000?
Yeah, we actually did better than that. So this morning, I had a quick trade right when the market opened, probably within the first 5 minutes, in and out less than 10 seconds for 5.8%.
Yeah.
And then Saison had a trade right after that. Probably the next couple of minutes, next 5 minutes, and hers was well over 5% as well. So in and out quickly, particularly with the July 4th week where volume is down and we don't necessarily have the volatility that we like. And it's we were able to trade even under those conditions. So it was a good morning.
Well, fantastic. That is great. So those numbers really work. When I'm talking about you take $1,000 and in 5 years have your retirement completely paid for and never have to work again. It really works. I mean, you do it. I'm sure Keith has had a very good week. Randy, what about you? Did you this week, or well, we haven't got a day to go, but how's your week going?
Really good, really good. Of course, the trading this week is non-normal because of the holiday on Tuesday. So there's a short day on Monday, and then yesterday, today, and tomorrow. But still, there's always positions. Entered one last Friday, a cover call for a weekly that will close out tomorrow with all the capital return. That was 6.1%.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And, you know, again, I don't understand why everybody in the world doesn't use these CSE techniques. They've gotten so much better over the last several years. I mean, Randy, you work so hard on the covered call aspect of it, then these trade the moments, and then the Chicago's guys come down with the new weeklies. They're coming out with more weeklies all the time. And it's just insane not to take care of your own investments. And from every story we read, every state has problems. Last week on the podcast, we talked about UPS having having to terminate their retirement program, and so states and cities and all over the place or just don't have any money for retirement anymore. And California, they're actually having to cut salaries like they did salaries retirement pay like they did in Dallas with the firemen and the police. And so by default, you're going to have to start doing this stuff yourself. And there's no better way, if you don't have to work at it every day, than using CSE techniques. So, Saison and Joni, you talked about both of you made over 5% today. You had other trades this week. Since last Thursday when we last spoke, what's the other percentages returns?
Well, Saison earlier this week, so he's between 3% and 4%. So she's had 2 trades this week. I didn't have one on Monday, the day before July 4th, the bid ask, which the bid ask is the purchase price or the purchase sell price in an option chain. It was too spread out. So we sat out of a trade just because it was a conservative and right thing to do. But even so, even with a week that only one trade happened, 5.8% is we'll take it.
Absolutely. So you think I should have used a higher? Can you imagine what those returns would have been on that $1,000 if I'd used 5% per week?
Right, and it's very doable too. It's not pie in the sky. Yeah. It's even with one trade, even 2 trades a week, which is what we typically get in.
Yeah,
anywhere from 5 to 8% with the type of trades that Saison and I both do.
Well, y'all done this week. You take the rest of the month off. The week pays for if you made 3% 4 times, it'll be 12%. Right. And you made over 10 today. So that's fantastic. I'd forgotten that Keith was going to. He's really out somewhere now. Randy's on vacation too, except he's vacation in a nice place. Keith's up there, and guys, probably snow and all kinds of, power outages and all kinds of terrible stuff. So it's just terrible. Well, I don't really have a lot other. Go ahead, Randy.
Joni's the only one that's not by the beach today.
That's true. But she just got back, though.
That's right. I was there last week.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to find out what we do, see what kind of seminars we have, when we have them, where we have them, because we have them all over the country, go to our website, compoundstockearnings.com. And you can also, on our website, you can sign up for Randy's Tuesday evening free introductory seminar. It's at 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time every Tuesday. And you can sign up for that on the website. You can sign up for our cow report, which is free. It's been published now for 15 years. You can sign up for that on our website, compoundstockearnings.com. And when you get the cow report, you get letters that are written to us every week, and the answers that our people come back to whoever wrote the emails to us. And so you can see what people are doing, what they're thinking, how they're doing, and just all kinds of stuff from the cow report. Again, you get it each Friday, and you can sign up for that at our website, compoundstockearnings.com. Leaving anything out there, Randy? Things see our total schedule.
Yeah, well, the big thing on the Tuesday night is they actually get to see the covered call technique, which is the most conservative technique that you can really use in trading in the stock market. Mm-hmm. And you get to see it in action. I actually go through how we select, qualify, and construct a covered call position right there during the webinar with the real market prices. And even more importantly is one of our key management techniques. And management is what we call being able to generate income even if the stock is going down. So we don't sell the stock for a loss. We generate cash added to your account with each of the trades. And that's called the TSS. And I actually show how we do that as well. So people can actually see how these returns are actually out there in the market each and every day. And that's free every Tuesday night. Oh, Joe's leaving. We get to really talk now because he's not here. But that's each and every, almost every Tuesday night. Of course, this last Tuesday, the market was closed. It was a holiday, so we didn't have one. But we'll be back next Tuesday night. And that's free. Just go to compoundstockearnings.com and you can register for it. No charge. And I think Joe mentioned the cow report. But that's a real nice little email that you get every Friday afternoon, Friday evening, that Joe sends out, the cow report, and you can register for that on the website as well. No charge. That's no charge. And you get to see all the emails that are sent in every week with either Joe's responses or Joni's and Cezanne's or mine, depending on who is the question being addressed to. And Joe always gives a neat little editorial with comments on what's going on out there in the financial world. So that's all free as well.
They're called brilliant. They're called brilliant editorials, Randy.
Oh, brilliant editorials. Yeah, brilliant editorials. I forgot that one. Yeah.
Okay. The other thing, when Randy speaks, you can sign up for on the website. You can sign up for our Trade the Moments that Joni and Cezanne do. Randy's momentum trades is covered call trades, and a couple more trades he's invented. The synthetic covered call. And then, of course, Keith, who's not with us today, and his trades, his credit spread trades. And but when you sign up for the ones, you get a notice before they make the trade. So you know exactly what they're going to do. And you can also listen to them. If you're not by your computer, you can listen to them on your and watch the whole thing on your cell phone, your smartphone. And you get the notice when they're getting ready to do something. You know exactly what they're going to do, and then you get when they get ready to execute to buy or sell, and you get those in time to do them. And you're doing their exact same trades, and they're doing them with real money. So they're really, really good services. They're not just, they don't just make up things. And and then Randy and I have the 2-day covered call seminar. I don't know when the next one is. We just did the one in Dallas a couple of weeks ago. And I don't know if the other one's been scheduled yet, but we have them in California, Chicago, Atlanta, Boston. So it's look at the website. It's got everything on there that you need. So anybody have anything they want to talk about? Since we don't have a guest interview.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. So at the last covered call seminar, I brought my son, and we were looking at setting up an account, and then found out that with the E-Trade acquisition, that they are getting rid of their paper trading ability, and confirmed that. So I'm just curious, do we have who would we recommend now? I think Joni used Options Express, I think, right?
I think Options Express, I've been recommending that to people. I've gotten several emails about that, and I've been recommending Options Express and TradeStation. I know Randy and I both use those exclusively, and I do. Randy, you just use those too, also?
I use quite a few, but Options Express is the one that I'm looking at right now. They do have paper trading, and they have a good commissions,
good commission schedule.
Lots and lots of people use Options Express.
Yeah,
governance technique. So that might be the next one to go to.
But yeah, Marcus, I'd use Options Express.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, that's good. I'm going to be excited to follow through and see how see how it works out. Because I know Dirk's son Alex started real young. I think he was 8 or 9, and pretty soon he had an account, a real account with real money in it. After he did some paper trading and on the virtual account, and Dirk made him buy everything. He had to go earn his money. When he wanted to buy something, he'd tell him go sell some calls. Buy stock and sell some calls. And so anyhow, that's exciting. That's exciting. And he also came back the second day, and you told him he didn't even have to. That was pretty good. Okay. So Joni, did you get your son to school? Okay.
Yes, we finished orientation, and he loves it. He's fired up. They've got, I think I've told you about this room before, but a part of their business school, they've set up a room like a trading room. So they have all of these computers.
Oh, yeah, you did tell us that, yeah.
The ticker goes around the room. So he's pretty fired up about that. I'm trying to enroll currently, but they're telling me there's no dorm space, which I'm not buying, but felt like I would be a good addition to the school. But he's really excited. He says that he's going to be really good at this college thing. What
we ought to do is you ought to talk to him about us coming over and doing a seminar for him.
It would be great. It really is a fantastic room. It is so that they're teaching them those skills is phenomenal. Yeah. So pretty excited about it.
Yeah, well, I bet they do that. I mean, that could be. You always have at colleges. You always have guest speakers come in and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll see. I'll see if I can do one of my webinars from there. That'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you get him a quiet space?
A quiet space.
Safe space.
A quiet space. A what?
It's a safe
space. Yeah.
Safe space. Yeah, not yet.
It sounded like you needed, because remember when you came out of the administration building, they were all screaming and shouting about medical care or something.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was out of the hotel. They were yelling at each other.
Yeah. Okay. And you're a millennium, right? You're a millennium. Is that what you call yourself?
I'm not. I think I am Generation X. I think I'm Generation X.
X. Okay.
Yeah. That's my feelings, but I think that's what I am.
There was a big article I was reading this morning about millenniums are really the lost generation. They're not as good as the previous, or as good as the ones that have come since them, the X's and stuff. They're really just not. They have more degrees, but they tend to have less jobs, and they make less money, and they can never make a decision. So I didn't want to say that if you were a millennium. I know nobody else is.
Well, here's the thing is, we talked about this in the last podcast, is that you need a skill. And, there's a lot of trade skills out there. But what I'm most excited about is that this skill that my son is going to start to learn, not to the specifics that what we do, but at least it's a skill he can do that if, that philosophy degree or whatever craziness they offer can't be used at the end of the 4 years.
Yeah, well, and I mentioned this, you're absolutely right. I mentioned this along that same line last weekend on the podcast. Again, going back to Dirk's son, who is getting ready to graduate. This is his last year in high school, and he's in a private school, and really smart kid, does real well. And he's already told Dirk that he's not going to college right when he gets out. He's already lined up a job where he is going to learn a skill. And he can go to college. It's all paid for already, and as long as it's in Texas. But he's doing exactly what we recommend. Find something and learn something, and then go to school. Besides that, a year is probably a good break. So, anyhow. Okay. Well, we're coming from Puerto Rico, and I'm not going to bore you with my Spanish. I have not learned a single new word since I learned, hola and goodbye, But so Dirk's not speaking today. He has a sound problem, so he's outside on the deck, and he's just sitting there looking at the screen.
That nice clear blue, not clear blue, but nice blue sky out there with those white clouds.
Exactly. I miss Keith with his great big rabbit ears.
Yeah.
But we'll see him next week, I guess. Okay, well, I'll call into this, and we'll move on, and want to appreciate everybody. Hey, Dirk, signal if we have an email. Do we have an email? Say yes or no. He's checking. Are you saying no? What?
I'm saying no, Joe. Email.
Okay.
Nothing's.
Okay. Okay. Good deal. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for being here, and come back next Thursday, 10 a.m. Central, and we'll still be here in Puerto Rico, and hopefully everybody will be on, and we'll let them know what they missed. Okay. Thanks a lot. See everybody later. Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Bye.